Hi everyone, welcome back to my next video. Today we're going to meet Steven, who lives in this nice Ford, and we're going to learn all about him and take a tour of his rig. And I think we're all going to learn a lot. I think you've done a really amazing job of setting up his rig, and I think you're going to learn something today. So why don't you go ahead and show us the inside of your van?
Okay.
First thing I think is, boy, this is a pretty minimal van. There's not much in here.
No, that's true. Again, I don't regard it as home. I regard it as you know, just a vehicle to get me to home. So
it's a bedroom. You have a bed.
It's a bedroom. Yeah.
And your workstation.
And my workstation. This may be a little unusual for some people. This is a computer desk. This is a computer desk. So when I'm storm chasing, I've got a computer on all the time. This is called a RAM mount. And so my computer is here, my phone is here, my coffee is right here. I tore out the original console that was in this van because it was just in the way. I couldn't swing my feet around to head through the back. And that was primarily to create some foot room so I could swing my feet through. So through the use of this, I get everything up high enough so I can swing my feet through and head straight back. And I've got, this is a camera mount up here. And it all comes off of this post.
And so here you've got a Dometic 12-volt compressor fridge.
Here's my Dometic. And
big one.
I believe it's one of the larger ones, and I don't regret for a moment getting the larger one, because I can stock this with enough food to keep me up in the mountains for a couple weeks, frankly.
Which is what you want.
Right. Yeah, I don't want to drive back to town regularly. Right. And I cook all my own food. I don't eat restaurant meals unless I'm out with friends.
And how much solar do you have? Here's your solar center.
I have 300 watts permanently mounted on the roof, and I have an additional 500 watts that I could actually hang off the side.
That you're carrying with you?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
And I've got those in the tent right now.
So tell us about your tent.
Okay, the tent is my storage area while I'm in camp. In order to get this opened up and to have it feel minimalist, like you referred to it just a moment ago, I use the tent for storage. I've got a good quality tent. It's the Ozark Trail tent from Walmart, not very expensive, under $100. And by golly, it's been through wind and rain, and even keeping camera gear in there, it stays dry. So I'm real happy with the way the tent has worked out for storage and keeping my items safe when I've got them out of the van.
So you were saying the first thing you do when you get to a campsite, set up your tent and basically gut the van.
Exactly, because when I'm rolling down the road moving to a new site, this van is packed. It looks like a cargo van full of cargo.
And I noticed most of your things are on wheels.
Yes.
And that's so you can haul them out of here and over to the tent.
Yes, or if I want to repurpose this vehicle as a cargo van, I can wheel everything out. I can also put up, I have a heavy duty tent that I don't have up at the moment, but I have a very, very, very large 10 by 10 heavy duty tent, and I could actually move my bed into the tent. I could move my editing suite into the tent. So everything rolls in, everything rolls out. I've kept it all modular, if you will, so that I can multi-purpose everything in here. This is shelving that I modified to be a bed frame. So if you look at this, you can tell that this is shelving.
Right.
And so when I had a sticks and bricks art studio, I had this shelving in the studio. So I chopped down one piece of shelving and I built this workbench. I built this editing table. And I had another piece of shelving, and I chopped it down and put this twin-size mattress on it. And I adjusted this with much experimentation. I've got this adjusted perfectly so I can sit with very good posture. I've got just enough headroom here to be comfortable, and I can work. I've got 2 computers here, and then when it comes time, it's bed. So I've got 2 computers, and this is a Mac Pro right here.
Oh,
that actually
I've never seen one before.
Yeah, this is a Mac Pro. Some people refer to it as the ash can or the trash can because it's cylindrical like this. Heat comes out the top. So this is my most powerful computer here, and I'll use this for rendering 8K video. I actually will use both of these for rendering 8K video. This one just takes a little longer.
Do you have any numbers on what you're drawing in power here for your MacBook Pro and?
I can't answer that. I'm sorry. I actually don't know. What I do know is that on a good solar day, I can run all of this on my solar system. And when I say a good solar day, I mean bright and sunny and no trees. I can run all of this on my solar system. If it's cloudy, then I may need to supplement with a generator, and I do have a Honda 2000 watt generator out there, and so I might supplement to charge my batteries. I may use the generator a little in the morning or a little in the evening if it's cloudy.
So, there's really not much to see in here. You've made it into a bedroom and an office. You are...
And that's my life. My life is work and sleep. Even when I was in sticks and bricks, I would basically just sit up in the morning and go to work on the computer. A lot of times I'll put these computers to work rendering some video, and then I'll go for a hike or go for a walk or get out and do some cooking or some camp maintenance. So
you must have a YouTube channel.
I do have a YouTube channel.
And what is
I have 2 YouTube channels. The first one is Stephen Locke Cyclone Drifter, and that is my nomadic YouTube channel. And that's my nomadic vlog. I treat nomadic life as an adventure, and I try to capture those adventures in a vlog. So Stephen Locke's Cyclone Drifter is my nomadic YouTube channel. I have a second YouTube channel called Tempest Gallery Storm, and Tempest Gallery Storm is the showcase for all of my supercell thunderstorm cinematography.
Your business, that's where you run your business from?
Yes.
Right.
So this is a Thule. This is the largest Thule, and it is mounted to a VanTech van rack. The Thule is long and narrow, so everything I have that is long and narrow goes up here. My tripods go up here. My tent, when it's broken down, is long and narrow, so it goes up there. Fishing rods are long and narrow, so they go up there. So anything and everything long and narrow goes up top.
I'm interested in your ladder here.
Mm-hmm.
I've been thinking about getting one of these myself. Do you know what brand name that is?
Brand name?
I looked for it and I didn't see it.
I don't know the brand name.
Wow, it does pop down fast.
And then it'll fit in here when I'm on the road.
Wow, that is nice.
So,
and man, it goes up fast.
Goes up fast. So this is Rola.
I'm not familiar
Let me show
with
you
it.
how this works.
So it's just an L, kind of an L bracket with the hinge at the L.
Right.
It's pretty similar to mine.
So it's got a safety pin here.
Very nice.
We're out on the road. And then I'll put things in here that I don't necessarily want to put up front with me. If I've got garbage to haul to town, the garbage goes in here. Gas cans will go in here. Bug spray, pesticide. Over here is my tent.
Full of your goods?
Now this is a, I don't know if any of your viewers use these, but this is a rocket stove. And sometimes I will use this rocket stove to cook dinner on. One of the things I like about the rocket stove is that you can cook dinner with pieces of wood that you typically can find just laying around your campsite.
Oh, any forest is just full of them.
Yes. A lot of times, you know, but a lot of campsites you go to, especially if the traffic is heavy, you can't find any big cord wood to burn. So this is designed to burn 1-inch twigs. This is my galley. The galley I can pull out of the van.
It looks to me like that might be difficult to pick up out and lift out and then lift up, put back in. You're just big and strong guy.
Well, you have to be careful, you know, loosen up a little bit.
So you do lift it. You don't use
I do lift
a ramp.
it. Yeah, I do lift it, and I put the largest casters I could find, and so it will wheel around on rough terrain.
It does.
Like this.
This is rough. Yeah.
You know, even if I'm on gravel, that will really roll.
That is amazing.
And so this enables me to. This is my pots and my pans and my cooking utensils, and then here's my kitchen. These are bulk water, and when I say bulk water, I don't usually regard these as drinking water. So I've got 10 gallons of bulk water, and I'll fill these up anywhere, any hose bib, hose pipe I can find anywhere.
Right.
I could even put creek water in these if I wanted to. And this is my.
Wow.
And that's very.
Did you make that?
No.
That comes.
You can order this on Amazon, but the thing I like about it is that it's very conservative with the water. My bulk water I will not spend money for, so I will just fill these wherever I can find free water. This is my drinking water, and I'll pay up to 50 cents a gallon for this at a water machine in a grocery store.
Right.
I opted for a 2-burner, and the primary reason I wanted a larger stove like this was for stability.
Right.
The single burner stoves, particularly the ones that are very tall, don't seem stable to me.
No, I wouldn't own one of those.
Even this larger one, in very high winds, you know, wants to catch the wind a little bit. But I like the broad footprint of this, and I like the stability of it.
And of course, you've got it hooked up to a bulk
Right.
a bulk bottle.
Yeah.
And
that'll last me better than a month usually.
we didn't see. Do you have a heater that you carry with you, Mr. Buddy, or something?
I don't.
Haven't needed one.
I haven't needed one, and I'm going to try my best to go without one. I own a Buddy heater, but I don't like the vapor, the water vapor output.
Right, that is an issue.
It fills the van with water vapor, and in the winter that just immediately turns to condensation, and I would rather have it dry.
Yeah.
So here's my tent. Not eager to invite you in here because it's like every man's closet, you know,
Right.
it's just a mess.
I understand.
And I threw things in there when you showed up, but I can
You're brave.
I can put almost everything that was in my van in here.
2 questions I'm required to ask, or I will be scolded severely. How do you go to the bathroom?
I dig cat holes on the mountain,
Okay.
and unless I'm in a tent, unless I'm in an RV campground, in which case I use the bucket and trash bag system, and then I you know, will pack the trash bag out with me on the way out.
How do you take a shower?
Okay. I had a shower tent, and my shower tent disappeared at my last campsite. And I don't know who took it, but so I was showering in a shower tent up until just a few weeks ago. Now I shower up in the woods.
You just find a secluded spot?
When a campsite is quiet like this and there's nobody around, I'm perfectly comfortable taking a shower up in the woods.
Sure. And now, how are you delivering your water?
Okay. I will boil a gallon of my bulk water. I'll bring it to a boil. And if I mix that 1-to-1 with cold water, or perhaps 1-to-2 with cold water, I've got now a bucket of very warm water.
Right. Plenty warm enough for a shower.
Plenty warm enough to take a shower. I use a very large washcloth or a small towel.
Right, yeah.
And with that, when I pull that out and it's just charged with good hot water and it goes on, it feels great. I frankly I showered up here earlier today, and I frankly enjoy the experience in this cool, dry mountain air. Yeah, it's chilly, but the wash water that comes out of here is hot, and you know, I'll fill that up with 2 gallons of hot water, and so I'm washing myself, and I always save like the last half gallon. You know, when I'm done, it just goes over the top, and it's a shower.
It's a shower.
It's a shower with 2 gallons of water. Minimalist, and it's amazing, and it's highly functional.
And you're just gonna ball bungee that right up to the ladder rack.
Yep.
Nothing complicated about that.
Yeah, I've had them out in thunderstorms, and
being a storm chaser,
you know, they might flop around a little bit, but
not been a problem.
So I can line the entire side of the van with these, all the way across. Take advantage of the eastern sun in the morning, and I'll hook these up in series. That's the simplest circuit to create. The series circuit is the easiest way to wire these. My panels on top are in parallel, but
so if they're around 20 volt each times 5, you're about 100 volt by the time you hit your controller.
yeah. So anyway, the wires go behind. You know, if I've got multiple panels, I've got my wires. Pardon me. This was supposed to have gone behind here, like this. So it actually looks very neat and clean. All the wiring is hidden behind. So here are my wires underneath, and I'm not going to complete this circuit right now because I've got my I've got my top system going. So what I have here is I've got 2 circuits. This one goes up to my top panels, and if I was actually going to install these and complete this circuit, I would disconnect right here. I would disconnect this circuit, and I would employ this circuit. So I'm not currently doing both at the same time because I don't have 2 solar charge controllers.
Yeah, you'd have to add an extra.
I only have 1 solar charge controller at the time. Therefore, I disconnect this parallel circuit to install this series circuit,
right,
when necessary.
Well, Stephen, thanks so much for sharing your van and your life with us. Lots of really creative ideas here. The artists out there, I hope they're encouraged to know that it's possible to make a living off of art and have the power they need and the room they need. Getting stuff out of the van to have your room for your art, I think that's a really creative idea. Very, very good idea. So thanks, Stephen. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Bob.
Everyone out there, thanks for watching. I hope you got something out of this. If you did, like us on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, and remember to always work less and dance more. That's the secret to life. work less, dance more. We'll talk to you later.